The restaurant was
That's the
full.
Billionaire.
Soft music
Billionaire
played.
here?
Expensive plates moved
How
fast.
may I help you?
Rich guests laughed and talked. Everything looked perfect. Marcus moved between tables with a calm face. He was a black waiter. Clean uniform. Quiet voice. Always respectful. Most people did not notice him. But Marcus noticed everything. He noticed who was happy. He noticed who was rude. He noticed who felt lost. That night, the glass door opened slowly. An old man walked in. He looked tired. His clothes were old, but clean. His hands shook a little. His eyes moved around the room like he was searching for someone. The host asked, "Sir, do you have a reservation?" The old man did not answer. The host asked again, louder. Still no answer. Some guests started to look. The old man pointed to his ear. Then he shook his head. He was deaf. The host sighed and looked annoyed. The old man took out a small, worn photo from his pocket. He showed it to the host. It was a picture of a young boy. The boy was smiling. The old man pointed at the photo. Then he pointed at the restaurant. Then he pointed to his heart. No one understood. The host frowned. "Sir, you can't just come in like this." The manager walked over. His face was already angry. "What is going on?" the manager asked. "He can't talk," the host said. "I think he's confused." The manager looked at the old man from head to toe. His eyes showed judgment. "This is a high-class place," the manager said. "He is disturbing guests." The old man tried to explain with his hands. He used signs. Fast signs. Emotional signs. No one understood. Some people laughed quietly. Someone whispered, "Is he homeless?" The old man's face turned red. His hand shook more. He touched his chest. He pointed at the photo again. He made a sign that looked like a name. Still, no one understood. Marcus was watching from across the room. At first, he kept working. Then he stopped. His eyes focused on the old man's hands. Marcus recognized the movements. His face changed. He slowly put the tray down. The manager raised his voice. "Sir, you need to leave. You're making people uncomfortable." The old man's shoulders dropped. His eyes filled with tears. He looked around the room. No one helped. No one cared. Except Marcus. Marcus walked forward. The manager snapped, "Marcus, get back to work." But Marcus did not stop. He stood in front of the old man. Very gently, Marcus raised his hands. He started to sign. Simple. Slow. Clear. The room became quiet. The old man froze. Then his eyes went wide. He started signing back. Fussed. Emotional. Full of pain and hope. They were talking without words. People stared. The host whispered, "He knows sign language?" The manager looked shocked. Marcus nodded to the old man. He listened with his eyes. The old man signed about being lost. About looking for someone. About his son. The old man pointed at the photo again. Marcus leaned closer. His face became serious. "What is his name?" Marcus signed. The old man spelled it. Marcus stopped breathing for a second. The name was famous. Very famous. Marcus had seen it on TV. In business news. In rich magazines. The old man signed again. He signed about money. About big buildings. About cars. About power. Marcus swallowed hard. The manager laughed. "What is this? Some kind of joke?" Marcus turned and said calmly, "He is deaf. He is looking for his son." The manager crossed his arms. And Marcus looked back at the old man. The old man signed one more time. Slow. Clear. Heavy. Marcus's hands lowered. His voice became quiet. "He says his son is a billionaire." The restaurant froze. Someone dropped a fork. A woman gasped. The manager laughed loudly. "That's impossible. Look at him." The old man saw the laughter. He saw the doubt. His face broke. Tears rolled down his cheeks. He signed something again. His hand shook badly now. Marcus understood. Marcus whispered, "He says he has not seen his son for many years." The old man grabbed Marcus's hands. He signed with pain in his eyes. Marcus's face went pale. "Wait," Marcus said quietly. "You are saying your son eats here?" The old man nodded fast. "Yes, yes, yes." Marcus looked around the rich restaurant. His heart started to beat fast. If this was true, everything was about to change. The manager waved his hand. "Enough. This is wasting time." Security. 2 guards started walking over. The old man looked scared. He held Marcus's arm. Marcus looked into his eyes. And in that moment, Marcus knew This was not just a lost old man. This was something much bigger, something dangerous, something powerful, and the truth was about to shock everyone. The security guard stopped a few steps away. They waited. The manager raised his hand. "Do it," he said. The old man's body became stiff. He held Marcus's arm tighter. Marcus could feel his fear. Marcus turned to the guards. "Please, give me 1 minute." The manager laughed. 1 minute for what? Another fake story? Marcus looked back at the old man. He signed slowly. "I am here. You're safe for now." The old man took a deep breath. His hands moved again. He signed about a small house. A little boy. A promise. Marcus watched closely. The old man was telling a story. A long story. Years ago, his son was poor. Very smart. Always dreaming big. The old man worked 2 jobs. He could not hear, but he could work. He saved every coin. He signed about giving his son money for school, about selling his own things, about sleeping hungry so his son could eat. Marcus felt his chest get tight. The old man signed about one night. The son left. He said, "I will come back rich. I promise." Years passed. No calls. No letters. Then one day, the old man saw his son on TV. Big suit. Big office. Big name. The son was now famous. The old man smiled that day. He thought, "My son made it." But he did not know how to reach him. The old man signed about trying many places, many offices, many doors, all closed. People did not listen to a deaf old man. Marcus felt anger rise inside him. The old man signed again. He saw his son's name linked to this restaurant. So he came. Not for food. For hope. Marcus swallowed hard. "You came here to find your son." Marcus signed. The old man nodded. "Yes." The manager clapped his hands once. Story time is over. Marcus turned. He is not lying. The manager stepped closer. His face was cold. "Marcus, you are a waiter. Not a hero." The guards moved closer. Guests were recording on phones. Some whispered. Some laughed. Some watched like it was a show. The old man saw the phones. He felt shame. He slowly let go of Marcus's arm. He signed softly. "It's okay. I will go." Marcus shook his head. "No." Marcus signed something back. "You did not come this far to be pushed out." The old man looked surprised. Marcus took a breath. For the first time, Marcus started to sign about himself. He signed about a little girl. His sister. She was born deaf. Marcus learned sign language as a child. Not from school. From love. He signed about protecting her. About speaking for her. About standing between her and cruel people. The old man watched closely. Tears filled his eyes again. He touched Marcus's shoulder. "Thank you." The manager rolled his eyes. "This is ridiculous." He pointed at Marcus. "You keep this up, you lose your job." The words hit hard. Marcus needed this job. Bills. Rent. Family. But Marcus looked at the old man. Then he looked at the guards. Then he looked at the manager. He made a choice. Marcus stood taller. "He is my guest now," Marcus said. The manager laughed. "You don't have that power." The old man suddenly signed something fast. Very fast. Marcus's eyes widened. "What?" Marcus signed. The old man repeated it. Slow. Clear. He signed a full name. Not just first name. First and last name. Marcus froze. That name. It was on buildings. On news screens. On business shows. Marcus had seen it many times. Marcus whispered, That's really him." The manager frowned. "What now?" Marcus looked up. "That name," Marcus said, "belongs to a top billionaire in this city." The room reacted. Gasps. Whispers. Phones lifted higher. The manager forced a laugh. Anyone can say a rich name. The old man reached into his pocket. His hands shook. He pulled out an old wallet. Inside was a folded paper. He gave it to Marcus. Marcus opened it. It was an old birth record copy. The son's name. The father's name. The connection. Marcus's hands trembled. This was real. The manager's smile faded. The guards looked at each other. The old man looked at Marcus. Hope in his eyes. Fear in his heart. Marcus looked back at him. And in that moment, Marcus knew something big was coming. Something that could destroy the manager. Or destroy Marcus. But one thing was clear. This was no longer just a restaurant problem. This was a family story. A powerful family story. And it was only beginning. The manager's face turned tight. The folded paper was still in Marcus's hand. The guards leaned closer. The room felt heavy. This proves nothing, the manager said. Anyone can print a paper. Marcus looked down at the old man. The old man signed slowly. People always say, I am lying. His shoulders dropped. Marcus felt something break inside him. The manager snapped his fingers. Enough. This is a business, not a shelter. The guard stepped forward. One guard touched the old man's arm. The old man flinched. Phones were still recording. People whispered, look at him. This is sad. This is fake. The old man saw the eyes. Judging eyes. He felt small. Marcus stepped between the guard and the old man. Don't touch him, Marcus said. The manager stared. Move, Marcus. Marcus did not move. For a moment, no one spoke. Then the manager smiled in a cold way. You think you're special, he said. You are a waiter. The words were sharp. The guest could hear. Marcus felt heat in his face. The old man signed fast. Please, don't lose your job because of me. Marcus shook his head. No, Marcus signed. You matter. The manager laughed. He matters? In this place. Some guests laughed too. Not all. One woman looked away. A man shook his head. The manager raised his voice. Security, remove them. Both of them. Both. That word hurt. Marcus's heart dropped. The guards moved in again. The old man looked at Marcus with fear. Marcus made a quick choice. He pulled out his phone. The manager frowned. What are you doing? Marcus walked a few steps away. He opened a news app. He searched the billionaire's name. Photos came up. Buildings. Interviews. Awards. Marcus turned the screen toward the manager. This man, Marcus said, is his son. The manager glanced. He shrugged. So, Marcus zoomed in on a photo. The billionaire was wearing a ring. Marcus looked at the old man's hand. The old man was wearing the same ring. Old. Scratched. But the same design. Marcus held up the old man's hand gently. The room went quiet. Some guests leaned forward. The manager's eyes changed. Just a little. The old man signed again. My wife gave us these rings. Before she died. Marcus signed back. When did she die? The old man showed 5 fingers. 5 years. Marcus felt chills. The billionaire's mother had died 5 years ago. Marcus remembered that from news. The manager's mouth opened, then closed. He tried to laugh again. Nice story, he said, weaker now. One of the guards whispered, Boss, this is getting weird. The old man looked tired. Very tired. He swayed. Marcus grabbed his arm. You okay? Marcus asked. The old man nodded. But he was not okay. All the eyes. All the noise. All the pressure. The old man signed something that broke Marcus's heart. I just wanted to see my son's face one time before I die. Marcus's throat went dry. The manager looked uncomfortable now. But his pride was stronger. He pointed at the door. Out. Now. The guard stepped in again. Marcus felt anger rise. He raised his voice. He is a human being. The room went silent. Everyone stared at Marcus now. A waiter shouting. That did not happen here. The manager walked close to Marcus's face. You will regret this, he said quietly. Marcus looked back. Maybe, Marcus said, but I won't regret helping him. The old man reached into his pocket again. This time he pulled out something small. A key. A black car key. Luxury brand. The logo was clear. A few guests gasped. That's not cheap, someone whispered. The manager froze. Where did you get that? The manager asked. The old man signed. My son sent a car years ago. I never used it. I kept the key. Marcus looked at the key. Then, at the news photos. Same brand. Same model. The puzzle was coming together. The manager's face lost color. The guard slowed down. Phones zoomed in. The room felt different now. Not laughing. Not judging. Watching. Waiting. Marcus took a deep breath. He looked at the old man. He signed something simple. I believe you. The old man's eyes filled with tears. He squeezed Marcus's hand. Thank you. Marcus turned to the manager. This is not over, Marcus said. The manager swallowed. For the first time, he looked unsure. Outside, a low-engine sound passed by. A deep, powerful sound. Like an expensive car. No one knew it yet. But something was moving. Something big. Something that would change everything. And this restaurant was about to become very quiet. The deep engine sound outside did not stop. It came closer. Then closer. A long, smooth sound. The kind of sound people only hear from very expensive cars. Some guests turned their heads toward the front windows. The manager tried to ignore it. Enough drama, he said. Take them out. One guard stepped forward again. Marcus raised his hand. Wait, Marcus said. His voice was calm, but his hands were shaking. Marcus pulled his phone out again. He remembered something. A business interview. The billionaire once said his father was deaf. Marcus searched fast. His fingers moved quickly. There it was. An old article. Small line in the story. Raised by a deaf father after his mother passed. Marcus's heart started beating fast. This was real. Marcus showed the screen to the guard. Then to the manager. The manager's eyes moved fast across the words. His face changed. Not angry. Worried. This proves nothing, the manager said. But his voice was not strong anymore. The old man looked at Marcus. Marcus signed. I'm trying to reach your son. The old man nodded. Yes. Marcus opened a company website. Big logo. Security number. Office contact. Marcus hesitated. This was risky. If he was wrong, he could lose everything. Job. Reputation. Respect. The manager watched closely. Don't be stupid, the manager said. They will laugh at you. Marcus looked at the old man. The old man signed slowly. I have nothing to lose. Those words hit Marcus hard. Marcus pressed call. The phone rang. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Everyone watched. The room felt frozen. Finally, a voice answered. Office of Mr. Daniels. How may I help you? Marcus swallowed. My name is Marcus, he said. I'm calling from a restaurant. The woman sounded confused. Sir, this is a private office. Marcus took a breath. There's an old deaf man here, Marcus said. He says he is Mr. Daniels' father. Silence. Just 1 second, but it felt long. Sir, the woman said carefully, do you have any proof? Marcus looked at the old man. The old man understood. He slowly pulled up his sleeve. On his arm was a faded tattoo. A name. A woman's name. The same name Marcus saw in the article. The billionaire's mother. Marcus spoke fast. He has a tattoo of your boss's mother's name. He has the family ring. He has documents. The woman did not answer right away. Then her voice changed. Please hold. The hold music played. Soft. Calm. But inside the restaurant, nothing was calm. The manager wiped his forehead. The guard stood still. Guests leaned forward. The old man closed his eyes. His lips moved silently. A prayer. Marcus held the phone tight. The music stopped. A new voice came on. A deep male voice. This is Mr. Daniels' chief assistant, the voice said. Where are you? Marcus gave the restaurant name. The assistant spoke fast. Keep him there. Do not let him leave. Marcus's heart jumped. You believe me? Marcus asked. The voice was serious. We will handle the rest. The call ended. The restaurant was silent. No music. No talking. No laughing. Just breathing. The manager forced a smile. This means nothing, he said. They probably think this is a prank. But his eyes showed fear. The old man looked at Marcus. Marcus signed. They are coming. The old man's eyes filled with hope. Then fear. What if this was a mistake? What if his son did not want to see him? Marcus could see the pain in his face. Minutes passed. Slow. Heavy. Then, outside, the engine sound returned. Not 1, 2, 3. Multiple cars. Luxury cars. Black. Shiny. Expensive. They stopped in front of the restaurant. People stood up from their chairs. Phones came up again. The manager's hands started shaking. The doors opened. Men in suits stepped inside. Security type. Earpieces. Serious faces. The room changed. One man walked forward. Tall. Confident. Cold eyes. He looked at Marcus. Who made the call? He asked. Marcus raised his hand. That was me. The man looked at the old man. His face softened. Just a little. He walked closer. He spoke gently. Sir, he said to the old man, my boss is on the way. The old man's knees became weak. Marcus caught him before he fell. The manager whispered, oh no. The man in the suit turned to the manager. From this moment, he said, this situation is no longer under your control. The manager opened his mouth. No words came out. Outside, one more car arrived. Bigger than the others. Slower. More powerful. The kind of car people only see in movies. The old man looked toward the door. His hands started shaking again. Marcus looked at him. He signed one simple thing. Your son is here. Tears rolled down the old man's face. The door began to open, and the air in the room changed. Everything was about to be revealed. The big black car stopped, right in front of the restaurant. The engine went silent. For one long second, nothing happened. Every eye in the restaurant was on the front door. The manager stood frozen. His face was pale. The men in suits stood straight. One of them touched his earpiece. Then the door opened. A tall man stepped inside. Expensive suit, clean shoes, strong walk. He did not rush. He did not smile. This was Mr. Daniels, the billionaire. The room felt smaller. People held their breath. Some guests recognized him. Whispers started. That's him. That's really him. Oh my God. Mr. Daniels looked around. His eyes moved fast. Not looking for money. Not looking for power. He was looking for one person. Then he saw him. The old man. Standing next to Marcus. Small. Shaking. Tired. For 1 second, the billionaire did not move. His strong face changed. His eyes became wet. His mouth opened. But no words came out. The old man looked up. He saw the man in the suit. He did not recognize him at first. Then, his eyes went wide. His hands started shaking. He touched his own face, like he was dreaming. Mr. Daniels took one step, then another. Then he stopped. He slowly dropped to his knees. Right there, on the restaurant floor. Gasps filled the room. The billionaire did not care. He reached out. He touched the old man's hands. The old man looked at him. His eyes filled with tears. Mr. Daniels spoke softly. Dad. The old man's face broke. He pulled Mr. Daniels into his arms. They hugged. Tight. Long. Strong. The room went silent. Phones stopped recording. Some people cried. Even the guards looked away. The old man signed with shaking hands. My son, you grew so big. Mr. Daniels laughed through tears. I tried to find you, he said. They said you were gone. The old man shook his head. He signed. I was always here. Just invisible. Those words hit Mr. Daniels hard. He closed his eyes. I failed you, he said. The old man touched his face. He signed slowly. You survived. That is enough. Marcus stood back, watching. His chest felt heavy. He knew. This moment would never be forgotten. Mr. Daniels stood up. He looked at Marcus. For a long second, he said nothing. Then he walked toward him. Everyone watched. The manager started sweating. Mr. Daniels stopped in front of Marcus. You, Mr. Daniels said. You stayed. Marcus nodded. Yes, sir. You believed him, Mr. Daniels said. Yes, sir. Mr. Daniels took a deep breath. Thank you, he said. You protected my father. Marcus felt his eyes burn. I just did what was right, Marcus said. Mr. Daniels turned slowly. His eyes landed on the manager. The air became cold. You, Mr. Daniels said. The manager tried to smile. Mr. Daniels, this is a misunderstanding. Mr. Daniels raised his hand. Stop. The room froze again. I watched the videos, Mr. Daniels said. I saw how my father was treated. The manager's mouth went dry. Mr. Daniels stepped closer. My father built me from nothing, he said. And you treated him like he was nothing. The manager started shaking. I didn't know who he was, the manager said. Mr. Daniels looked at him. That makes it worse, he said. Silence. Heavy silence. Mr. Daniels turned to one of his men. Get the owner of this restaurant on the phone. Yes, sir. The manager whispered. Please. I have a family. Mr. Daniels did not look at him. So does my father, he said. The owner was called. The words were short. Cold. Professional. Mr. Daniels ended the call. He looked at the manager. You're done here, he said. Effective immediately. The manager's legs became weak. He sat down hard. Guests watched. No one laughed now. The power had shifted. Mr. Daniels turned back to his father. He knelt again. I'm taking you home, he said. To a real home. The old man smiled. For the first time, a real smile. He looked at Marcus. He signed something. This young man is family. Mr. Daniels looked at Marcus again. His eyes were serious, but kind. You hear that? Mr. Daniels said. You are family now. Marcus did not know what to say. His life had just changed, but he did not know how much yet. Mr. Daniels leaned closer. There is more, he said quietly. For you. Marcus felt his heart race. More? What more? The old man squeezed Marcus's hand. The room waited. Something big was coming, and Marcus had no idea how big his reward would be. The restaurant felt different now. Not loud, not proud, quiet, like everyone knew something big had just happened. Mr. Daniels helped his father sit down in a soft chair. One of the men in suits brought water. Another brought a warm towel. They treated the old man like royalty. The same man who was almost thrown out minutes ago. The old man looked confused. He signed to Marcus. I don't understand this world. Marcus smiled softly. You don't need to, Marcus signed. You only need love. The old man nodded. Mr. Daniels stood up. He looked around the room. Everyone, he said, thank you for your patience. No one spoke. No one moved. Then he turned to the staff. All of you, he said, watch closely. The staff froze. Mr. Daniels pointed to the empty manager's desk. This is what happens, he said, when respect is missing. Some workers nodded quietly. Some looked scared. Mr. Daniels then turned to Marcus. Come with me, he said. Marcus's heart jumped. He followed Mr. Daniels to a quiet corner. The old man watched them closely. Nervous. Mr. Daniels crossed his arms. Marcus, he said, why did you really help my father? Marcus thought. Then he answered honestly. My sister is deaf. Marcus said. I learned to protect her. I learned to listen with my eyes. Mr. Daniels' face softened. That means something to me, he said. Mr. Daniels paused. You know, he said, many people smile at me because of my money. He looked at Marcus. You smiled at my father because he is human. Marcus did not know what to say. Mr. Daniels took out his phone. He typed something. Then he looked back at Marcus. I can give you money, Mr. Daniels said. A lot of money. Marcus shook his head slowly. I don't want money for being kind, Marcus said. Mr. Daniels smiled. That answer, he said, is exactly why you'll get more than money. Marcus felt confused. What do you mean? Marcus asked. Mr. Daniels looked serious. I want to change your life, he said. Marcus felt his breath stop. Change his life? Mr. Daniels continued. I will pay for your education, he said. Any school, any program. Marcus's eyes widened. Mr. Daniels was not finished. I will also offer you a position in my company, he said. Not as a waiter, as a trainee, learning business. Marcus felt dizzy. This was not real. This was a dream. Mr. Daniels leaned closer. But that is not all, he said. Marcus swallowed. What else? Marcus asked. Mr. Daniels looked toward his father. My father will need someone he trusts, Mr. Daniels said. Someone who speaks his language. Marcus understood. You want me to help him, Marcus said. Mr. Daniels nodded. Yes, he said, as his personal assistant and companion. Marcus looked at the old man. The old man smiled. Hope in his eyes. Family in his heart. Mr. Daniels spoke again. I will pay you well, he said. But more important, you will never struggle again. Marcus's hands started shaking. All his life, he worked just to survive. Now someone was offering him a future. A real future. Marcus took a deep breath. I will do it, Marcus said. Mr. Daniels smiled. Good, he said. You just changed 3 lives today. The old man signed to Marcus. God sent you to me. Marcus's eyes filled with tears. Before Marcus could answer, a woman from the restaurant staff came running. Sir, she said to Mr. Daniels. The owner is on the phone again. Mr. Daniels took the call. He listened quietly. Then he spoke one sentence. No, Mr. Daniels said. He is not staying. The call ended. Mr. Daniels looked at Marcus. That manager will never work in this industry again, he said. Karma had arrived. The old man watched. He signed. Justice is quiet but strong. Marcus nodded. The old man then did something unexpected. He stood up. He walked slowly to Marcus. He placed both hands on Marcus's shoulders. He looked into Marcus's eyes. He signed slowly. You're my son now, too. Marcus broke down. Tears fell. He did not hide them. Mr. Daniels watched. His eyes were wet again. My father does not give his heart easily, Mr. Daniels said. If he chose you, that means forever. The room felt warm now. Not rich, not powerful, just human. But something was still missing. Mr. Daniels leaned closer to Marcus. One more thing, he said quietly. Marcus looked up. What is it? Marcus asked. Mr. Daniels smiled. A surprise, he said. A big one. Marcus's heart started beating fast. How could this get bigger? What else could change? Marcus had no idea that the final gift would shock everyone even more. The room felt quiet. Not empty. Peaceful. Like a storm had passed. Mr. Daniels looked at Marcus. You are coming with us, he said. Marcus blinked. Tonight? Marcus asked. Mr. Daniels nodded. Yes, he said. My father is not going back to that small room alone. Marcus looked at the old man. The old man smiled and nodded. Come. Marcus felt his heart beat faster. He looked around the restaurant one last time. The place where he carried plates. The place where he was ignored. The place where his life changed. Mr. Daniels snapped his fingers. One of the men in suits came forward with a folder. Mr. Daniels handed it to Marcus. Open it, he said. Marcus opened the folder slowly. Inside were papers. School papers. Housing papers. Medical care papers. Marcus looked up. What is this? Marcus asked. Mr. Daniels smiled. This is your new life, he said. Marcus's hand shook. Your education is paid, Mr. Daniels said. Your family's rent is covered for 2 years. Your sister will get the best care for her hearing needs. Marcus dropped the folder. He covered his mouth. How do you know about my sister? Marcus asked. Mr. Daniels looked at him. My team looked into you, he said. I reward character, not just actions. Marcus could not speak. Tears fell. The old man walked closer. He signed something slowly. Your kindness saved my soul. Marcus shook his head. You saved me too, Marcus signed. Mr. Daniels placed a hand on Marcus's shoulder. There's one more thing, Mr. Daniels said. Marcus laughed softly through tears. There's always one more thing, Marcus said. Mr. Daniels smiled. He nodded to one of his men. The man opened the door. Outside, the big black car waited. But next to it was another car. Smaller. Still beautiful. Still expensive. Mr. Daniels pointed. That one is yours, he said. Marcus froze. My what? Marcus asked. Your car, Mr. Daniels said calmly. Marcus shook his head fast. I can't accept that, Marcus said. Mr. Daniels stepped closer. You already accepted responsibility for my father, he said. This is just transportation. Marcus laughed. It sounded unreal. The old man signed. Even angels need shoes to walk. Marcus laughed harder. For the first time that night. Not from stress. From joy. Mr. Daniels helped his father into the big car. Before closing the door, the old man reached out. He grabbed Marcus's hand. He signed slowly. When I lost my wife, I lost my voice. When I found you, I found it again. Marcus felt his chest break open. I'm not going anywhere. Marcus signed. Good, Mr. Daniels said. Because this is only the beginning. Days later, Marcus stood in a tall building. Glass walls. Clean floors. Quiet power. He wore a new suit. He did not look like a waiter anymore. But he still felt like Marcus. Humble. Kind. Strong. The old man walked beside him. Proud. Mr. Daniels watched them. This is your office now, Mr. Daniels said. Marcus blinked. My office? Marcus asked. Yes, Mr. Daniels said. You are officially part of my company. Marcus remembered carrying plates. Now he carried purpose. The old man signed to Marcus. Never forget who you are. Marcus signed back. I won't. Weeks passed. News spread. People talked. A waiter who became family. A deaf father reunited with his son. A manager fired for disrespect. But Marcus did not care about fame. He cared about the old man's smile. He cared about his sister's new hearing device. He cared about waking up without fear. One night, Marcus and the old man sat together. Quiet room. Soft light. The old man signed one last thing. What is your real dream? Marcus thought. Then he signed. To build a place where deaf people are treated with dignity. Where no one is invisible. The old man smiled. Mr. Daniels, standing nearby, heard it. Then we will build it, Mr. Daniels said. Together. Marcus's life did not change because of money. It changed because of kindness. Because he listened. Because he stood up. And because one night, he chose to see a deaf old man. Not as a problem, but as a person. Final moral. Kindness opens doors that money cannot. Respect reveals destinies people never see coming.